Hello, and welcome back to another episode of my Ultimate Iron Man Progress series. Picking up where we left off the last one, training our cooking up to 65 so we can use the Hosidius Mess Hall to make the pineapple pizzas, which is probably one of the best cooking methods on an Ultimate Iron Man overall. Pretty excited to get started on that, and got a cooking level coming up here. Look at that, 65. So let's move over to the mess hall. Make sure we get our favor up so that we can do it. And thanks for joining. One of the unfortunate parts about being an Ultimate Iron Man is you can't really do the fertilizer method. So we're going to have to push plows all the way up to 35 favor, and then we can go start doing the mess hall. Slight correction to that. We get to 35 favor from plowing. And then we gotta get the next 10% of our favor from the Depths of Despair quest. So, gonna go get into that right now. Should be pretty easy, just a bit of running. Quick stop over here during the Depths of Despair quest to kill a sand crab for the diary task. There we have it. Depths of Despair completed. This favor certificate right here. This guy will stop talking. So we get the favor certificate and the page for the Corette's memoirs. I'll show you what we do with that. So we can talk to Veos over here to get another copy of the memoirs, if he remembers to give it to us. And then we use the page on it, which I've already done. And then that automatically gives it 8 charges. And you can just destroy the book at any time and reclaim it from Veos, and it'll have the same number of charges as it did when you destroyed it. So that's pretty useful. I don't have to worry about keeping this on me all the time. It'll always have however many charges I left in it. Just want to do a real quick voiceover of the process here for making the pizzas in the Hosidius Mess Hall. So you'll grab 10 pots of flour and 10 bowls out of the cabinets, and then you'll fill the bowls with water, and then combine the bowls with water with the flour to get the pastry dough, and then you'll grab 10 tomatoes, add tomatoes to the dough, and then add cheese to the dough. Dice up the pineapples, you cook the pizzas first, and then add the pineapples to the pizzas, and then you serve it up, and you usually, for me, since I was only doing 10 at a time, I hopped worlds every 2 or 3 rounds, and it worked out pretty well for me. Nice. Okay, and if I turn this in, this should be 70 cookings. That's the requirement for freeing King Awawogi. Hosidius Mess was pretty chill. You can kind of sweat it out and click back and forth as much as you want, or you can just let the game fill it out automatically, and kind of just however you want to play it. Nice part about this is that's got me up to 100% Hosidius favor, so I don't have to worry about pushing any more plows or anything. So, I think I'm going to get started on figuring out what I'm going to do with these items. Time to free the monkey man. I already did the step to talk to the king and talk to the 3 monkeys and figure out what items I need. So now I'm going to go to Crash Island and I think kill the big snake. I'll see what I'm actually supposed to do next. Okay, yep, killing the big snake. Just gonna flick it down and hope I don't die to poison. Probably gonna get 2, maybe 3 of these. Okay, got the snakes. Just need to get the Gree-Grees now, the zombie, ninja, and gorilla. And then I should be pretty much good to just wrap up the quest, and not really much else to do on this one. Made a slight miscalculation. I had just assumed that you could buy chaos runes from this rune shop here, but that shop doesn't sell chaos runes, so I'm gonna get some of those. I'll show you in the next clip what I need chaos runes for. Okay, so basically I need to kill a monkey archer, and then telegrab its bones. And I also have to kill the gorilla monkeys over here from range, otherwise they basically heal for 25 hit points every time they get low health. Okay, so this looks like it's gonna take quite some time. Okay, there we have it. That took almost 4 minutes, I think. Free up an inventory spot. Okay, just need the zombie Grigri and should be good to continue on. Oh my god. Oh my god. I was just AFK, I guess, in that same spot. Or maybe after I picked up the bones. Oh my god. Okay, let's go figure this out. Okay, thankfully, I literally just earlier today turned on the rune light setting to take screenshots anytime you die, so I've got the embarrassment here of I took a step back into the safe spot, but only one tile, and he literally just murdered me right through the door right there, so that's sick. Yeah. I think I already got my looting bag. I think I should be good. Okay, so I went through a bit of extra trouble. I've got a Ninja Monkey Grigri here and an extra set of Ninja Bones and an extra talisman. So what you can do with Zuknok here at the end of the cave is ask him to make you another Grigri, and he'll tell you to bring him the materials. And then you can use the materials on him, the bones and the talisman, and then he'll start the process, and you can just leave. Right here it says he hands you back the talisman. The talisman's not in your inventory yet. You can just walk away. And then when you're ready to take the talisman, for example, right now, I made an extra Ninja Monkey Grigri so I can do Monkey Madness 2 in the future without having to, you know, go through the process of getting a talisman from the kid and yada yada yada. So now I can just talk to him, ask him what do I need for a monkey talisman, and he'll go through the same dialogue again. Poof, says it hands you back, but it doesn't actually hand it back to you until right now. So I'm going to finish my zombie Grigri, and then I'm going to hand him the stuff for this extra Ninja Monkey Grigri and leave. And then when I'm ready to go do Monkey Madness 2, I'll just be able to run through the tunnel here, grab that Grigri, and do that quest. What is he reading? Okay, here we go. Through the tunnel, and should just be able to walk right over this. I prepared 3 stuffed snakes. If I burn all 3 of them, the series is over, the account is dead, and I'm never playing RuneScape ever again. Wow. Series continues. We actually successfully cooked all 3. Okay, gave him a snake. Went through the dialogues. This should be the quest here any second now. Cool. 10k agility, 10k cooking XP. Yeah, this was pretty fun. This quest was weirdly enough not as bad as I remember it being. Already having the Grigri and just being able to use the fairy ring to get to Apatol really wasn't all that bad. Even the death, which was pretty spooky, wasn't all too bad because I was able to just get back to my pile and pick up the Grigri and put it on and pick up all my stuff safely. Yeah, the highest skill requirement for RFD has now been completed. The only other one that's difficult left is going to be Ceramic Vase, I believe, because I have to get into Legends Quest to do that. So yeah, gonna think about what's up to do next and continue on. One thing I also checked is that you can use the shops on Apatol without the Monkey Speak amulet equipped. So all I have to do is go back and grab the Ninja Monkey Grigri from Zuknok that I have stored there, and then I can buy the stuff I need to make the Monkey Speak amulet. If I even need it, I'm not entirely sure that I will. But yeah, for whenever I'm ready to do Monkey Madness 2. Just remembered I'd also have to do Desert Treasure, which is probably actually the most difficult quest that I'll have to do to complete RFD, but yeah. thinking about what to do next, and then I dropped the clean ear leaf that I was planning to use to get the agility potion from Dr. Jekyll, and then something just clicked in me that there was an easy way to get toad flax. And yeah, you can get them for 3 agility arena tickets. So I'm gonna get 6 of these so I can make a 4-dose potion and do Taibo One Eye Trio. And there we go. 6 tickets. It should be 2 toad flax. And I can go make those into a 4-dose agility potion. Okay, got my vials from Jadix over there. Gonna get these 2 swamp toads and rip their legs off. I'm sure they'll grow back. And make my potions. And I can just buy a steel spear here from the shop on Mount Karulm. And that should be pretty much everything I need to do the quest. Just bought some food from the store. And gonna go ahead and start the quest now, and yeah. Okay, easy peasy. That's Taibo One Eye Trio completed. Gonna go to talk to the brothers to unlock the ability to cook karambwans. But I've already checked and it's not gonna get me any levels, so yeah, I'll see you back with whatever I decide to do next. Okay, I didn't really make any clips leading up to this, but I decided to finally bite the bullet and go to LMS to get the rune pouch. And about an hour or 2 in, I only had 10 points, so I briefly gave up and decided I was just gonna do Slayer for it because I'm so bad at LMS, is literally atrocious. Then I went back off-peak hours and went up against a lot of bots and people that were AFK and was able to get up my 75 points. So I don't even know. I guess I'm killing a rat. Let me find out. Oh, there you are. Okay. Got my 75 points. Going to grab a rune pouch. I'll probably come back here eventually to stack up a few points for some looting bags. That way, it basically makes UIM way safer. Like, if I death bank at Hespori or something like that, I can just come here and grab a looting bag without going into the wilderness. But for now, just gonna get my room pouch and free up 2 inventory slots for literally forever. And now I can finally play the game. So here we are now at the Nettles. I've decided that I want to do Enlightened Journey, and most of the quest takes place on Intrana, and also requires a very packed inventory setup. So I'm going to go ahead and die to the Nettles here. I've got my plan over here on the notepad. Basically, I'm going to die, spawn in Lumbridge. I'm going to minigame teleport to Clan Wars. Take the Soul Wars portal to Edgeville. Pick up my Graceful and my teleport jewelry. Can't pick up the runes or the rune pouch because I won't have enough space, but I'll pick up the coins. And then I'll run to the clothing store in Varrock right here, where I will buy 10 silk, and then I will have to run from here down to the ship to Intrana, and then take the quest from there. So hope I have enough time to do this in one hour, so I don't have to repile or anything like that. So yeah, wish me luck. Normally I'd like to grab my looting bag right now before doing anything else, but since I need my inventory completely empty, I can't do that. Okay, so this should be all the items I need to have on me right now, and there's all the items on my account in case I don't make it back in time. Alright, it appears that we have not messed anything up tragically so far, and I was able to make it to Intrana. And here we are starting the quest. Okay, all that first stuff out of the way. I had planted, technically I'd planted a willow tree here and a willow tree in Varrock, but the one in Varrock died. So before I started the quest, I went ahead and got 6 branches from this one so that 6 more would be ready now. So now I'm going to go back to Edgeville, get the rest of those willow branches, and get my logs and the tinderbox, and should be good to just wrap it up. Back at the death pile, I can pick up my runes now, if I can find them in here in the rune pouch, and yeah, I gotta get the willow branches, and we'll wrap up the quest. Okay, and this should be it. Quest completed. Let's see, up to 30 for farming, which is perfect. This is the level you need to start doing tithe farm. And it looks like that was the only level. Tithe farm gonna be pretty crucial for the account. It's gonna be my easiest way to train farming for pretty much forever. So yeah, super cool, super excited to have this quest completed. Also, this is I think I mentioned it before, but this is one of the better training methods for Ultimate Iron Man. Basically, you can set up your house here in Taverley and plant this willow sapling that August gave me in this patch, and then fly between this hot air balloon here and the one over here in Varrock to get to the sawmill, and then teleport to your house. And you can train construction like that. That's going to be what I'm going to use to get to level 70 for Song of the Elves. And then once you have Song of the Elves completed, you can use the teak trees there and the sawmills right next to it. And but yeah, until then, this is going to be what I use. Storing my graceful in here because I am going to have to go get a looting bag. And even though it's minimal risk, I don't want to risk anything at all. So yeah, storing that in there, I'm going to just drop stuff on the ground before I go out into the wildy to get that. Found another UIM here who's clearly death piling in the exact same spot that I was. Picked up most of my stuff, and I figured out that you can go back to Soul Wars from Edgeville and then to the Ferox Enclave from Soul Wars, and you can actually bag all of your stuff right here. If I remember correctly. Yep. So you can just start filling up the bag right here and then pop right back over to Edgeville. It's way, I mean, it's just so fast, you know, like UIM Easyscape these days. You just can go back and forth between Edgeville and the Enclave and bag your stuff instantly. So, of course, I've gone through all this, you know, putting all my stuff back in the bag, and then was thinking about what to do next, and I decided that I think I want to unlock all of the balloon transports. So in order to do that, I'm gonna have to get my magic logs and U logs back out of the bag and figure out how I'm gonna do that. Obviously I have to go back to Entrana, so I have to get death piled again, and we'll go from there. So, since I also have to get, you know, some oak logs, some willow logs, I could have just, you know, gone to Lumbridge and grabbed a steel axe and, you know, just chopped them, but I need to get a mithril axe anyways for animal magnetism, so I'm going to go ahead and buy the mithril axe now, and then chop the logs here, and unlock all the balloon transports, and I'll probably go right into animal magnetism. Okay, was able to get the logs stored up here before going to Entrana. That way, you know, I'll have the empty inventory. Because I'm also going to have to, like I said, get magic logs and U logs out of here. I technically could chop the U logs, but, I mean, who's got the time for that? Maybe I do. Maybe I'll do that. That sounds not bad. So yeah, I guess I'll figure that out. Then I'll death pile, go to Entrana, unlock all the balloon transports, and be back. decided I'd go ahead and chop my own U logs, and while I'm at it, over here in Varrock, there's, I believe, a hard diary task to chop and burn a U log at the top of this church. So I'm gonna go back to chopping my U's. Alright, got my death pile going, got my magic logs, it's time to start flying. Okay, that was pretty good for the most part. I did mess up on the crafting guild one, so I think I am gonna go get 10 more oak logs and try that again. I think next up on the list is gonna be Shiloh Village. This way I can do one small favor, which will give me 2 10k XP lamps, which I can slap on Herblore, which will get me closer to the goal of Legends quest, which will give me 120,000 XP to put on Herblore. So, yeah, gonna start off with this and continue on. Alright, that's Shiloh Village complete. This should be 46 crafting. Anything new with that? Orbs, that's not bad. Yeah, I'm gonna go see what I need to get started on one small favor. One small thing, if you don't know, after you complete Shiloh Village, you don't want to drop all the junk items that you get from it, because you can talk to this fella, and he'll buy the items from you. Not for much, but, you know, we take a few coins where we can get them. Alright, started one small favor. Not really sure how this is going to go. I think it's going to be a bit touch and go for a bit, because there's a lot of items that you need that I just don't really know if I can have in my inventory all at once, so I'm just gonna go in order and grab items when I need them and see how that pans out for me. So everything was going all fine and dandy until I got to the point in the quest where you have to chisel the gems, and I crushed the jade, only the jade, 3 times. So now I have to go get another one, so that's great. Alright, and that should be one small favor completed. This quest wasn't actually all that bad compared to, you know, doing it on a normal account. The only real difference was I wasn't able to store up gems in my bank or cut them ahead of time. I guess I could have cut them ahead of time, but it would have taken up more inventory space. So, yeah, all things considered, not too bad. But there we have the quest completed. I believe this gives us 2 10,000 experience lamps, both which we can put on Herblore. Let's see what we get up to. First lamp up to 41, and second lamp on Herblore. Let's see, up to 43. So yeah, pretty good boost from that one. Like I said, wasn't all that bad. Next quest up on the chopping block going to be Dragon Slayer 1. A lot of people might hesitate to complete this quest early, as it unlocks getting assigned dragon tasks for Slayer, which can be kind of inconvenient. But Slayer's not going to be a primary focus for this account long term. You know, kind of the rush or the immediate goal is going to be Song of the Elves, and I plan on doing that without long Slayer grind, so without Trident or Whip or anything like that. So Song of the Elves first, and then, you know, by the time I'm doing Slayer and getting assigned dragon tasks, it's not going to really be that big of a deal. So yeah, excited to do Dragon Slayer 1, another one of the most iconic quests in old school. Gonna pick up a Chronicle, it's gonna be useful to get around for this quest. Next up is number 1 on the list for top 10 anime deaths of all time. It's Cabin Boy Jenkins on the boat for Dragon Slayer 1. Really tragic. This one really hits home for me. Insert Elvarg head joke here. And there it is. Dragon Slayer 1 completed. 10-year-old me is absolutely losing his mind right now. I'm going to get a few levels from this, all the way up to 60 strength, and can get the Dragon Warhammer. That'll probably be next video. And 44 defense. Doing Shield of Arav, and massive shout out to my boy Forge here, doing the quest with me on his group Iron Man account. It's the first time I've ever done this quest with someone that I actually knew. So yeah, kind of cool. Quest completed, and that's another requirement for Heroes Quest out of the way. Continuing on with requirements for Heroes Quest, next up is Merlin's Crystal. Running down to talk to the Lady of the Lake for Merlin's Crystal. Gonna check the Willow Tree, and this should be 35 farming. which is nice because it's the level for teak trees. We got this big stack of teak seeds in the looting bag. Also 1125 total. And that's Merlin's crystal completed. Decided I finally want to clear up this mithril axe in the inventory, so gonna do Ernest the Chicken and then straight into animal magnetism. And that's Ernest the Chicken completed. Wasting no time, straight into animal magnetism. Over here at the Ectofuntus, made sure to get a few extra bones past the Ecto tokens that I need for this, so that when I come back to do Ghost Ahoy, all I have to do is collect some from the Ghost Disciple. And here we have animal magnetism completed. That's up to 26 Slayer. Was training some mining, got an easy clue, and was able to get the casket. Interesting. Looked it up, and there's a stash unit for the studded body, and figured might as well build it while I've got it. So bought the staff from Zaf, the legs from Louie Legs, got a couple planks and nails, and built the stash, and can store that away. There we have 45 mining. This is the level required for Inakra's Lament, which gains 7,000 mining experience. So probably going to go do that, get up to 46, and then keep going towards 50 for Hero's Quest. So, as the Iron Man life continues, it turns out I need 50 crafting for Inakra's Lament. So in order to do Inakra's Lament, I'm going to do a few other quests. Elemental Workshop 2, the Observatory quest. Probably going to find a couple more quests that give good chunks of crafting XP. And then we'll get back to it. I want to take this moment to talk about how far questing in RuneScape has come. You know, the first time I ever did any quests was with the Slayer music guide, and you know, now you just get the quest helper plugin and you just click a blue and everything's as easy as it's ever been. Yeah, so anyways, that's Elemental Workshop 2 completed. Let's see what all we get. Up to 42 smithing. I think, yep, 47 crafting. Okay, so that should be Observatory quest complete. I saw Leo, which I guess gave me hit points XP, so yeah, there we go. No crafting level from that, but pretty close to a level. I think we can do another quest or two. I think we're definitely going to have to do some actual crafting training to get up to 50 for Inakra's Lament. So yeah, see how high we can get, and then I'll be back. Another good quest for early crafting experience, getting ahead. Gonna knock this one out. All the items you need for the quest you can get around the quest area, so it's gonna be pretty nice for me with UIM restriction and everything. And there we have it, getting ahead done. Some crafting construction experience. Let's see, up to 48 crafting. And that's it. Okay, so I'm looking, and there's a ton of quests that grant small amounts of crafting experience that are going to be pretty fast to do. So I'm just going to knock those out and make really quick clips of the quest being completed. Mystical and Mystery completed. In Search of the Myarchy completed. Doing in 8 of the Myarchy now, and now I can finally use the bank. Okay, there it is, the Mithril Bar. When I started this quest, didn't realize that I would need one, and in trying to get one, found that Chaos Dwarves were probably my best bet. I think I went maybe twice the drop rate for this, but glad to have it. Let's go finish up the quest. And there it is, in 8 of the Myarchy completed. And with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. As it was going on, as I was recording more and more clips, started to feel like the video was getting pretty long, so added everything to the timeline, and it was like well over 30 minutes. I think I'm not going to get this video under 30 minutes, but started the video at about, I think exactly 1100 total, so didn't gain that many total levels this video, but made a ton of progress quest-wise. So yeah, pretty happy about the direction that the account's going. This is like my favorite part of the Iron Man game mode, is when you start to set small goals and then get distracted trying to meet larger goals and get sidetracked, and they're doing quests that you didn't plan on doing. And so yeah, there's a ton of clips in this video, so I'm a bit far ahead, and I know that in the next video it's going to be a lot of the same, getting very distracted and getting sidetracked. But in the end, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like, and I'll see you next time.